Monsieur Poirot, we need to clean the Glow quickly. I don't think it will last much longer.
Précisément, we progress.
Now rub the mineral oil onto the bird with this brush. This will make the motor oil easier to remove.
I scrubbed the poor thing with mineral oil. I suppose we're fighting oil with oil.
Eh bien, now I must apply the detergent to the brush. Précisément, we progress.
Now rub the detergent onto the bird with this brush to remove the oils.
We progress. Now we must rinse the bird. I will turn on the taps. We are almost finished, mademoiselle. Dry the bird with these towels.
Splendid work, Mademoiselle Musher.
I confess I didn't think we could pull it off, Poirot. Well done all round.
Now, Mademoiselle, all that remains is to return our feathered friend to Sanctuary Cove.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Poirot. You are such a dear.
You're blushing, old fellow.
Nonsense.
Gladys won't be happy when she sees this.
Magnifique.
That dartboard looks centuries old. I say, Poirot, see the carved letters? 2 N's and an E.
What have we here, Hastings? What have we here, Hastings?
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please.
On me way.
If you're looking for entertainment during your stay, there's not much at Leathercombe Bay or at the hotel these days. My Gladys and I usually go into Kingsbridge to the moving pictures, and there's some dancing at the hotel there still. Although, when I asked Gladys for this weekend, she refused and gave no reason, no matter how much I asked. She just said I should know. I don't understand women. I truly don't.
Mr. Poirot?
She has enough candles in there to light up a church.
I beg your pardon, mademoiselle?
I'm so clumsy.
Mademoiselle, may I speak to you?
Of course.
Gladys is very upset with Will.
What has it got to do with me?
She believes that you are trying to come between them.
Oh, I didn't mean... I didn't know. I have no reason to hurt either one of them. I was just... Garage was a place to get away from the island.
Would you tell that to Gladys? I believe it would ease her mind.
Of course, of course. Thank you for telling me.
Are there any telegrams for me?
I'll just check. Of course, sir. May I help you, sir?
I am returning a book for Mrs. Castle.
Oh, Love's Captive by Mrs. Arabella Richardson. I've read that one. It's a classic.
How anyone can call that rot a classic is beyond me.
I agree, Hastings, but we should not judge.
You're right, of course, old man. Not everyone can appreciate true classics like Rough Shooting or By Motor Across Asia.
Do you have any books suitable as an anniversary present for a wife?
Here's a brand new book we just got in. Easy French Knitting Patterns by Eugenie Blottieri. 1 and 6, please.
Thank you, madame.
Let's see. That will be 5 pence, if you please, sir. Thank you for your business, sir.
Like a ride to the island?
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. This sea tractor is a rare contraption, isn't it? When the Smuggler's Rest was first built, they used to ferry folks over by boat. But the current across the causeway here can be powerful at times. When they updated the hotel in 1932, I think it was, they had the tractor built. High tide, low tide, strong current or no, the tractor, she just plows along, keeping us high and dry. It's a miracle of modern engineering, I calls it.
Monsieur Gardner, do you think your wife would like this book?
Easy French Knitting Patterns. Poirot, you're a genius.
And so, Hastings, we come to the third act of my story. You have spread your investigations beyond the island to the town of Leathercombe Bay. This is most excellent. You have met the rest of our cast and seen how a favor performed can earn a favor in return. Even now I suspect certain suggestions present themselves to you?
It's obvious there was more than one mystery on Seadrift Island. In fact, almost everyone seemed to have something to hide.
Précisément. Keep that in mind. Few cases are so neat and tidy as to have only one person up to no good. You must first dispose of the red herrings before the fox he can be treed.
What next, Poirot?
Night has fallen on Seadrift Island, and with it the fog has crept in from the sea. And this is the night the ghost of Tom Cutter is said to walk. Remember the other 2 vignettes I shared with you as well. A murder of a girl. A ritual. As before, if you find yourself unable to progress, I will assist with the magic of the Finger of Suspicion.
Ah, yes. Time now for a third clue to its secret.
The third clue? It is desk.
Power? Lamp? The lamp on the desk, of course. The finger of suspicion must be powered somehow by the desk lamp.
Hastings, answer the door like a good fellow.
Poirot, what the bloody hell is going on?
I have spoken to Madame Marshall.
Yes, I understand she gave you the third note. She told me.
I will begin a search for the typewriter on which the notes were written.
There can't be many typewriters on the island.
One that has been stolen from Mademoiselle Darnley.
The devil you say.
And yours?
But see here, something very precious to me has been stolen.
Indeed? And what has been stolen?
A photograph of Arlena, the only one I carry with me. It was taken sometime this afternoon from my room.
The door to your room was unlocked or forced?
It was locked. But hang it all, the balcony door was not. Poirot, that photograph means a great deal to me. You must find it.
You see how I was plagued at every turn, Hastings? With the investigations I would under ordinary circumstances reject out of hand? Yet on Seadrift Island everything, even the smallest bother, was connected, and therefore could not be ignored. I will see what I can do, Captain Marshall.
This holiday is a nightmare.
I fear the nightmare it only begins.
I think this room belongs to Major Barry.
Bravo, Hastings! You have solved one crime at least.
Here now, what do you think you're doing?
Retrieving some stolen property.
What? What do you mean?
This afternoon we see you are spying upon Madame Marshall. Her photograph goes missing. Your expressed admiration for beautiful women is more of an obsession with Helena Marshall, is it not?
How dare you?
Blast her if you will. The proof was beneath your pillow.
What do you intend to do now?
I will let Captain Marshall decide what is to be done with you.
Marshall has a reputation for hard dealing in the city.
Monsieur Bagby has the dog? Baskerville?
The Great Dane? Yes, I've seen him snoring on the hearth in the monk's hood.
Do you think you could train him?
Oh, I expect so. To do what?
There is a cat in the Leathercombe post office. That will do quite well. The door is locked, but I can hear the voices from within. Perhaps we should listen a bit closer, Hastings.
Je vous ai battu. Je vous casse, je vous maudis. Je vous ai battu, je vous casse, je vous maudis. Je vous ai battu, je vous casse, je vous maudis.
Sounds like Miss Marshall is doing her French lessons.
If that is true, Hastings, they are the most unusual French lessons. She says, I beat you, I break you, I curse you.
I say that's a bit rum.
The door is locked, but I can hear the voices from within. Perhaps we should listen a bit closer, Hastings.
It's why we came here. Our hopes and dreams. Our future. Gone. Why do you keep telling me to leave it?
I know you, Oakley, darling. I know your temper.
There must be some justice in this world.
There is, darling. In the end, justice will win out.
This is certainly significant. The sample does not match the note.
Hello, Mr. Poirot.
Monsieur Redfern, may I join you?
If you like.
I think that you enjoy life.
Indeed I do. And why not?
Why not indeed? I make you my felicitation on the fact.
Well, thanks.
May I offer you the piece of advice?
Please.
A very wise friend of mine in the police force said to me years ago, Hercule, my friend, if you would know tranquility, avoid women.
I'm afraid it's a bit late for that. I'm married, you know.
Your wife, she is a very charming woman. Very accomplished. She is, I think, very fond of you also.
I'm very fond of her.
I am delighted to hear it.
Look here, Monsieur Poirot. What are you getting at?
Les femmes? I know something of them.
Do you?
One can be a pleasure. More than that, are capable of complicating life. And the English, oh, they conduct their affairs so... Oh, they baffle Poirot. Monsieur Redfern, I stated to you plainly. If it was necessary for you to come here, why in the name of heaven did you bring your wife?
I don't know what you mean.
You know perfectly. I am not so foolish as to argue with an infatuated man. I utter only the word of caution.
You've been listening to these damned scandalmongers. Nothing to do but make up lies all day. Just because a woman's good-looking, they're down on her like harpies. It's pure jealousy, nothing more.
Are you really as young as all that?
I see. You were trying to defuse the situation before it explodes.
Exact, Hastings. I could see the current circling around Elena Marshall. Not knowing from what direction the danger would come, or whom it would be directed toward, it was all I could do.
RD, I say, Poirot. I'll wager this is Miss Darnley's typewriter.
Beyond a doubt, you are correct. After we test it against the notes, we will return it to her. The sample does not match the note.
Mr. Poirot, you dear, dear man. We've confessed all to one another. We're both pledged never to forget an anniversary, haven't we, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
And we'd like to thank you for your efforts on behalf of our anniversary, isn't that right, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
I love my knitting book.
And I'm equally delighted with my coin, more than you can know.
You chose Seadrift Island to hunt for the treasure, did you not?
I confess, I wanted to keep the search low-key, but you deserve the truth.
Is that coin then a part of the treasure, do you think?
You did find it on the island, then? Didn't I tell you so, Carrie?
Yes, darling, you did.
What can you tell me about the coin?
A 1689 gold guinea, in fine condition. The period is right. Very well could be part of the treasure. Have you found it?
Unfortunately, no. That coin only.
But we're going to find it.
I'm convinced the island summit is the starting point. Where do you go from there? If Carter left a clue, it's bound to be somewhere in the smuggler's end.
I thank you again for the shawl most marvelous.
I'm so pleased you like it. May you get good use from it.
He already has.
I will not interrupt your celebration further. Hastings, allow them to enjoy their anniversary in peace.
Of course, old man. Sorry. Good heavens, Poirot! It's the ghost of Tom Cutter!
Steady, my friend. We must keep our wits about us. We must follow. Hastings, downstairs, to the cellar.
More wet footprints leading to the cellar. Vanished into thin air. Wet footprints in the dirt floor of the cellar.
What have we here, Hastings?
Filthy night, eh, Poirot?
It is that. Oui, Captain Marshall.
Any luck finding our Lena's photograph?
I have recovered the photograph.
You're a bloody marvel, I'll give you that. Who had it? Where was it?
An overzealous admirer of Mrs. Marshall took it.
Stolen by the writer of those damn threatening notes.
You may rest assured that is not the case. It was a lapse in judgment, to be sure, but no harm was intended.
Very well. I'll accept your request, even if I don't quite understand it. If there's anything I can do in return...
It is kind of you to offer, and indeed there may be something.
Name it.
Here is your chance, Hastings. Use the little grey cells. What do your deductions suggest to you would be the question most important? Your daughter had some difficulty at school, I believe?
What if she did? What has it got to do with you?
Was the school Mrs. Porter's school for the young ladies?
Yes, if you must know. But I failed to see what that could possibly have to do with anything. Thank you for the photograph. If you'll excuse me.
Well done, Hastings. A deduction worthy of Poirot.